to the 10-minute daily reality check. John in the house, David here, David Wygant from davidwygant.com. Anyway, we've been all conned. The news is the biggest con job in the entire world. Last week, there was a ginormous storm that hit New York City. Unfortunately, the predictions were not, correct. Apparently, the storm veered off to northern New York, Westchester County, where the big snow was taken in. But it didn't stop the news from going 24/7 on this giant storm. Here's a random clip.
Don't want any overconfidence. Stay off the roads throughout the day, throughout the evening, so that tomorrow we can get back to usual. Okay, who has not gone yet first? Anyone not gone? You've gone? Okay, Grace.
There were ponies on the loose in Staten Island.
Excuse me, Grace? I have not been briefed. Okay, but Chief Monahan knows all about the ponies.
Wondering if you can give us an update and if you know anything about how they made it out onto the streets.
They came out of a stable, I think it was to Wakefield Road out in Staten Island.
Yeah, the ponies are out enjoying the snow today. Wouldn't you if you were a pony? Wouldn't you just decide to go out and just enjoy the snow and say to yourself, schools are closed right now?
Well, that's a news conference that's been going on for about 45 minutes.
And we recorded it last week just to play you the clips.
Yes, and it's about a snowstorm that didn't happen, and all the questions that they have to ask.
Yes.
And there's a whole press room as if like they're in the White House, and there's a whole press team, and they're all there getting the big scoop. And David and I, we thought we gotta bring this up at one point. So it really just shows the stupidity of all the news, the CNN, the Fox, the 24 hours news reporting, how they're just constantly trying to fill in anything at all to keep people hooked on. And literally they asked, how many questions can you ask about a snowstorm that pretty much didn't happen? And why, when I can just look out my window, if I have any common sense at all, I can figure out how to go about my day. Why do I need over 40 reporters asking endless questions, almost the same question over and over, to tell me how to live my day?
Well, what I love about this, and one of my favorite things I really like about this, is that it's not only the same questions over and over again. What it is, and I find this really interesting, is that it is the defense about why it didn't snow as much as it should have snowed. What the SUVs are doing on the streets, right? I mean, it's like, but it's not only just a snowstorm. We love shitstorms as well.
Right. Well, that's great.
I mean,
right away it went into the defense. We're addicted to we're addicted to the moral outrage. Or there's this constant moral outrage. Why didn't it happen? Why is this? Well,
right, because our own lives are so boring. And how about the other day when Trump admitted on Twitter, my God, we have a president who won an election on Twitter. Don't worry about it. Obama won an election on Facebook likes. So the last two presidencies have been won on social media. But what's interesting and fascinating about what Trump said, and I don't have the exact quote, but he said that he gets his intelligence from Fox News.
He didn't say that.
Yes, he did. Okay, you can look it up. Anybody, you can look it up. He gets his intelligence from Fox News. And this is what's really ridiculous, is that you're the president of the United States. You don't get your intelligence from Fox News.
You're saying that's CNN says. Now you're falling for it. CNN says he gets his intelligence from Fox News. He doesn't say that. He says he watches the news. He likes to read the newspaper.
Yeah, but you see, they twist and turn everything.
I mean, you think he doesn't get his intelligence from the intelligence people? No, he gets his intelligence from the intelligence people.
I mean, look, this was a quote. This was a tweet from last week. He tweeted this one thing: jobs, 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 in big exclamation points. He's the president.
Well, wait, you're going off on a tangent.
I know, but the thing is, it's our news.
I mean, to me, you just sound like every other. You sound like.
Do you believe that the president of the United States should be tweeted?
Yes. I'll tell you why.
Really?
Yeah. Well, first of all, he won. Second of all, That is the way we communicate now. So they keep trying to, and it's a very sort of, there's these new tactics that that politicians are using and people are using. It's called shame, and they have to shame everybody for what they're doing, and they shame him for using Twitter, and they'll shame us for reading it.
Well, it's not really reading Twitter.
But the point is this is a way that we're communicating, all of us. And now you're saying the president's supposed to be above all of us. But the point is this is where we're at. We're not watching TV. We're not reading newspapers.
Right, but then who's watching the 24-hour news hype? I mean,
Well,
there's 24-hour news hype that's going on and on and on. All the predictions.
But here's the thing. The president is talking to you. So you may hate the president. You may not like him. But about 5 times a day, he's telling you what he's doing. I like that. I think that should be a standard from now on. He's telling me what he's doing.
So you want to...
Look here. I'm going to go to Facebook. He's telling me his agenda for the day. Did Obama do that? Did George Bush do that? Did Bill Clinton do that? They tell me their agenda every day. That's what he should be doing. He works for you. I want to know what you're doing today.
Interesting perspective on it. I'm going to honor that perspective, okay? So I'm going to honor that perspective on that. So what do we do with all the hype that the news is constantly doing? Because they're constantly recreating. If you think about, I know you're not a football fan, but, during February and March, during the football season, there's not much going on. There's free agency and everything else. Yet there's 24-hour NFL channels just constantly talking about if Tony Romo is going to get cut, if Tom Brady has an itch in his ear, right?
Yeah.
It's like, I think we've gone overboard with it. The Weather Channel. The Weather Channel.
Let's go back to the football thing.
Okay.
I'm not a big sports fan. I could watch a game here and there.
Sure.
But I could turn on ESPN now. Today, or I could go back and go back to 10 years ago and turn it on, and it'll be the same thing. So how was the game? Oh, well, we thought we played hard. We did, we did the best we could do, or whatever. And they interview these guys. It's always the same interview, and there's always some stupid drama. It's like the same old shit over and over.
So you know what the news is? The news is basically a bunch of women sitting around at brunch speculating whether a man's going to commit. That's what it really is, because it's women love the speculation game.
Yeah.
Like, how many times will women go and sit around? I met this great guy named John. We've only been out once on Friday nights. I've been out with him for 6 months now. He's only given me one night. What do you think, girls? And then you got the whole panel of fucking reporters there. You got CNN. You got Foxy Fox, right?
Right.
You got all these women sitting there. And they go, I think you need to do this, and I think you need to do that. Maybe you should read the book Why Men Don't Commit. It's all speculation. Now, don't get me wrong. Men love speculation as well. Men love speculation when it comes down to politics, Wall Street, sports, right? We're huge speculators that way. Women speculate when it comes down to dating. So maybe there should just be a dating channel. All dating advice all the time, right?
Oh, that's a great idea.
Right? You can sit there.
We should start it right now, because I think, and we can hook people in, right?
Right. You could sit there and speculate all day long about why he didn't commit, why you slept with him too early,
David,
why he texted you this way.
Why don't you be the mayor of the dating channel?
Okay.
I'll be a reporter in the stand.
Okay, fine. I'll be the mayor right now.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you're the reporter. Listen, Mary was having trouble with her relationship with Ken. Ken had a big issue with commitment. You see, Ken kept giving man excuses over and over again. He kept telling her, I've got my kids this weekend when it wasn't his weekend. He kept coming up with work being really behind, and he needed to do work. He came up with the sister that he hasn't seen yet. He had the man excuses. I'm sorry, but I don't think he wants a commitment with Mary. Any other questions?
Yeah, over here.
Hi, you in that white hat.
Yeah. Mary, so you're saying that Mary, did Ken ever say any details of Mary wasn't good enough, or was Mary something about a dress she was wearing? Was it something to do, with Mary's voice tone? What was it exactly?
It had nothing to do with Mary's voice tone. It was Mary just speculated this relationship. You see, she never asked Ken what he wanted in the first 2 weeks. And then Mary took the drug oxytocin and slept with him way too quickly. So what happened was she released that dangerous oxytocin drug. He knew how to make her have an orgasm, so she got all crazy, and then she just presumed he wanted the relationship.
Would you say that Mary went into a dick fog?
Yes, that's a good question, okay? And we've talked about dick fog on this channel many times before. As a matter of fact, there's supposed to be a thick dick fog tonight after the snowstorm that never happened.
Right, okay.
Mary not only went into dick fog, she went into cunnilingus fog as well.
Oh, interesting.
And it's a disease that a lot of women get because they've been in these relationships that are not satisfying to them, and then they finally, instead of being with one pump Charlie or Minuteman, right, she actually meets somebody that puts her into a dick fog. So the problem is, before you go into a dick fog, you need, as a woman, you need to tell her, and all you women listening right now on 24/7 Dating Channel, you need to ask a man what he wants in a relationship on that first date, and you need to see if it's congruent going forward, because men who love women and men who want a relationship never make the man excuses. Any other questions? Any other questions?
Yeah, it's interesting. Has Mary since gone into any counseling or any therapy since the breakup? And is it an actual breakup?
It's not a breakup yet. They're taking a little time off from their once a week thing. She's been having brunch with her girls. The sheriff. The crime scene investigator, right?
Yes.
She's been hanging out with them, and they've been speculating at brunch every Saturday. But the reason why I called this press conference today right now is because Mary's friends really called me in here because they can't fucking stand listening to this anymore, and they don't want to keep speculating, and they want to go out and brunch and talk about their own stuff.
Well, I think we've got hundreds more questions for you. How much more time do we have?
We've got like another minute or two left that I can actually do on this press conference, and then I got to go back in and I got to deal with the shitstorm that Amy is going through right now with a guy named Zeke.
Oh, God. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, that's kind of how a press conference can go, and then we just keep asking endless and banal questions.
Oh, yeah.
Over and over.
Circular
and over
questions that keep going nowhere. It's the same questions that over and over again. Why do you think the snow? But that is our life, and that's the reason why these news channels work so well. We made fun of it by doing a dating press conference, but if you think about it, we speculate about the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again. We do it with our sports teams. We do it with the NFL draft. We do it with what Trump is thinking. We do it with why Hillary didn't win. We do it with the stock market. We do it with just about everything. The human mind loves the game of speculation, so the news preys on it 24/7. If you think about reality TV show as well, it's all based on speculation. Is the Kardashians, is the rap singer, and I don't know, Kanye and Kim going to get back together?
On sensationalism.
Yes.
So even this is what was so striking. Like the conversation would always be like, well. Did someone lie that the weather was, who was it specifically that said that it would be 3 feet of snow and it was only 1 inch? Did someone lie about
Yes.
it? It always goes into the sensationalism. It never stops. Instead of just, everything there's always some drama has to be behind the door. And the news has us, the people who run the news have us so hooked on it, they even have to do it when they report the fucking weather.
Well, here's the thing, and I apologize, by the way, if the sound is not as good on this podcast because I forgot to plug in the good mic, and I'm just noticing it right now, but we do love that speculation. Everything is speculation. Will Harry have children? Will this person do this? Will this person do this? Will the Duggar family do this? We love that. We feed off of that. We feed off of that because our own lives are so boring. Our own lives don't fill us enough, so we're constantly looking outside our lives so we have things to talk about. But in reality, and this is something that I think is great, have your life like it's a news channel and actually start reporting things that happen in your own life. Your own life. Be more interesting in your own life. Be fun in your own life. Have relationships that are satisfying in your own life. Talk to people about your own life. Don't speculate on not only other people's lives or the news. Don't speculate on a relationship that doesn't exist. John, we got about less than a minute left. Anything you want to go over?
Well, yeah, sure. Absolutely. The biggest thing we all do, what the news does for all of us is it gives us an excuse not to focus on our own life. So
exactly.
Whether it's the Weather Channel, whether it's the Sports Channel, whether it's politics, I'm not saying you can't enjoy those things, but a lot of times, for the most part, we're all getting sucked into them. And that's why the country's so angry right now, because we're all sucked into it 24/7 on our Facebook feeds, on our Twitter feeds. We're not just watching Trump or watching each other. We're watching all these news channels. And so the point is these are just pulling us away from the joy of being human, the joy of existing, the joy of creating an amazing life for ourselves, amazing body, amazing health, amazing wealth, amazing relationships.
Stick to your own life. Try it for a month. Try it for 30 days.
On your own life.
Stick to your own life. Don't watch the news as much. Don't read the Facebook feed. Don't sit here and talk about a snowstorm. Think about your own life and think about if you were reporting on your own life. Would your own life be interesting? Think about if a reporter was following you around in your life. Would your life be an interesting thing, or would your life kind of just be like this little blip across the bottom of the screen like they do? You know, for the unimportant news, they'll do like a little blip across the bottom of the
Mary
screen.
watched CNN for 3 hours today. And
Right.
then she watched the Kardashians, and then she talked about that to her 2 friends. And then she was catty with her friends about a girl who walked by and what she was wearing.
And you do not want to be a blip on the screen. Anyway, out 10-minute daily reality check every single day except Sunday.
Hey, come back here for more personal advice that doesn't suck.